Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore, and today I'll be reading your tea leaves. This is a video for Gemini. Now, if that is your solar placement, your lunar placement, or rising sign, you could use it for any of the three placements. Or if you're just happening to watch this video, it might be a message for you. It's not limited to Gemini, but definitely going in with the intent of reading for Gemini. And again, that can be any placement, really. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go around 3 turns, and that's going to be counterclockwise. Usually there is a handle here, but I'm using these little bowls now. It makes it easier for the surface area is larger, and it makes it easier to keep the cup in focus, because if you've seen any of my other videos, sometimes the focus is in and out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we knock 3 times. Why we knock? I don't know, but I kind of like it. I used to not do it, but I kind of have gotten into the habit of it. And the other thing I'd like to mention is if you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. And if you're returning, please do the same. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, already. Ooh. That's kind of fun. Okay, so, and let's see it this way really quick. This one in the middle is a really nice image. My goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the first way I saw it. So that's this one here. Okay, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Now, to me, it looks like we have an animal. Okay, so here are kind of the antlers, the face, and this is the body. Okay, it also looks like here at the in the back, it looks like a person is jumping up, and it looks like they have an axe maybe. Okay, or maybe a flag, but it kind of looks like an axe. And then below it, it almost looks like, I'm looking at it, it kind of almost looks like some kind of winged thing falling forward off of it. But let's see. I almost kind of get like an angel. Like it's kind of falling this way. Like it almost seems like it was maybe riding this animal, and this person or humanoid figure jumped up, pushed it off. Okay. So what does that mean? That's kind of a very specific kind of image, right? A little scenario going on. So maybe this is, I would say it was like a hunting scenario usually, but with this other figure kind of falling off, it almost feels like there's been some kind of very primal, aggressive energy going on. Some kind of aggressive movement. Maybe like maybe a specific action or act, that has been directed towards you. I feel like it's almost kind of like being knocked off your horse, right? Like you were probably just going along. You had good intentions. You felt that you were on your right path, and all of a sudden this thing came out of nowhere, and it looks like it's an attack from the back, right? Because it's coming in, it's moving in this way from the back here. So I feel like you really have felt under attack lately, and I don't know that it's been, and we'll have to look closer. I don't know that it's been a series of attacks, but I think this has been like one big thing right now that has come out of really just felt like nowhere, okay? I'm getting the impression that you just were not expecting it, and it really, really has affected you, okay? And let's see. We're going to go ahead and turn it. And if you've watched any of the other videos, you know that I like to turn these images that we find because it gives us a more dynamic understanding of the situation, maybe the characteristics, maybe different details. So now I'm turning it this way. And it's almost turning into a skull here with the two eyes. Here's the skull. So I don't think that this is an actual death, though. I don't feel like anybody has died. I don't feel like you are going to die. And that's not at all when I see a skull like that. I think that maybe it's the death of a relationship or the ending of, you know, a cycle. Something is changing. And that would make sense if, you know, you were going along thinking everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, you know, it feels like something came out of nowhere from behind you. So it feels like there was maybe just something that really is going to be the end of a part of your life here. Okay. But oddly too, we have the skull, right? But if we look up here, there's almost kind of a smiling face right here. Kind of almost reminds me of like a snowman or something. And you know, I think that maybe even though that this has been a painful thing and it's been so sudden, I don't know that it's going to be a bad thing in the end. I think that it's abrupt, so it's kind of put you in a weird place. But then there's also this here, and hopefully it's kind of, you can kind of see, it almost looks like a person holding up this skeleton figure, like carrying it kind of, okay? And I'm wondering if that is not, you know, just an indicator that this is a change that that is, the universe is really helping this change come along. Now, did it happen in a way, was the catalyst of the change something that you wanted or expected? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like definitely it caught you off guard, okay? And that's difficult. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm getting kind of the impression, and see, now I kind of thought, because we saw that animal and then it looked like that little angel kind of person had kind of pushed it off. I'm looking at this and it looks like, to me, it's definitely as time turns and, you know, things change and we start to get through this event, you're going to really rise right back up. Okay, I think you're gonna get right back on your feet. I think you're gonna be the better for it. I think it's not really going to you know, affect you in the way that you initially think it is. I think that it's going to change your life. It's going to change the composition of, you know, your living and the things that you maybe had planned in the near future. But I think this is going to really fortify you as a being. I think I really see this is just such a strong and prominent. Look at these wings. They're just really up, up, up. Okay, broad, reaching for the sky, okay? And I think that that really, to me, is an indicator that you're just a very resilient person, okay? And that, you know, you're definitely going to make the best of the situation. And I kind of want to see, I'm going to look around to see, maybe we can find out, like, what exactly is going on? Who is involved? Who is that person that's kind of jumping your back like that? And now, see, I'm seeing just like a little axe here again. It's just, to me, it's like a little, just reinforcing that, you know, there's just some kind of mischief ill will, something that's really just going to knock you down for a minute. But I'm also seeing these figures of triumph too. I see a person with their arm up. Okay. And that to me looks like somebody that is coming out of this situation just really in a better place. And now I see a figure here and it looks like they're pointing. They have like a long stick or something. They're pointing towards something. And over here, I'm trying to really decipher. It almost looks like a fox. Okay, so I think that what this cup is telling me is that there's somebody in your life who is very deceptive. Okay, and I think it's somebody that's close to you. I think it might be a good friend. I think it might be a good work, like somebody from your work life. I'm not getting the indication that this is family. They don't feel like they're kind of in your fold, but I think that they definitely are somebody that is around, knows enough about you, and they're really just not like a healthy-minded person. I think that they really just kind of have ill will. And I don't know that they show that. I think that they kind of seem like they're pretty supportive. But I'm getting this feeling that they're just very two-faced, okay? And I see this other kind of like half of a face here, a little eye. And it's kind of gazing down on the situation where it's pointing at the fox. And I think really it is, you need to keep an eye on those who are close to you right now. I think you need to kind of see, maybe get ready for something to come out of just nowhere. Maybe that will help, help soften the blow of maybe what is about to happen. I think that this has not happened yet, but I think it's something that is going to happen soon. It doesn't appear to me that the situation has already really started. But I wonder if you already kind of have an idea that this person doesn't have your, they don't have the best intentions towards you. They're not really looking out for you. Now let's see. Now I'm seeing this, and now when it's up on the brim like this, to me, that always indicates this is something of higher thinking. Might be metaphysical, spiritual, something of the higher mind, guardian angel, a message from God, a message from your ancestors, something otherworldly coming into your dreams, a reading like this. You're seeing signs and symbols and patterns, that kind of thing. So when it's up in here, I think that this one here looks like a person and they're walking towards this image right here. Now this image to me stands out as being kind of almost like a icon of a goddess. Okay, this is kind of like it's haloed. It has these little figures around it, symbols around it. And I think this is very much kind of like the symmetry, the setup, the composition of what a goddess icon would look like. I think that this symbol here is of you. It's very much an indicator that you need to walk a path towards this kind of divine feminine consciousness. I think that you need to look for, the forgiving, the unconditional love of the mother goddess, or a feminine kind of love, a mother archetype. It doesn't have to be a goddess. If you don't believe in goddesses, that's fine, okay? But what I'm saying is, this is the archetype of the mother, the great mother, Mother Earth, mother of the sky. You know, the mother that holds all of us, that teaches us how to live, how to survive. The mother that will never give up on us. The mother that we come from and the mother that we return to, okay, in life and death. And I think that you need to return to that energy. Maybe you've gotten away from it. Maybe it's something that is a constant in your life, but you really need to spend some time activating that, meditating on it, reminding yourself of this energy when things are getting difficult. I think that is really going to help sustain you. I think it's going to make you, just in general, a more balanced and I say this a lot, more fortified person. I think that it will help you to not rely on outward things. I think that, because when people come into our lives who have no regard for other people, who, say things, start drama, just make stuff up, whatever, cause problems in our lives. They just don't care about fundamentally how people live, the wellness of others, and probably not the wellness of themselves, because that's coming from a sick place, right? So, when those type of people find their way into our lives, into our personal lives especially, we need to really look inward and really remember who we are, right? And just the immense love that there is for us in the universe, okay? And that, God forbid, if we lost everyone in our life, we're not alone, okay? So when we lose little things because of people talking, or little friendships that we thought were something that they're not, or people they don't respect them on the level that we respect it, or respect the other person, or just people in general, and we're treated with disrespect. That hurts, and it makes you feel like you're alone, but you're not, okay? And I think that just this is really the point of the reading that I'm getting, is that it's a really important time for you to be looking into that divine feminine energy, finding it in yourself, in the world around you. And that could be, let me give you some examples, because I just said don't look outward, right? But what I mean is looking into art. Okay, look for some podcasts that have topics that might speak to you. Music, reading books. I like to read poetry. I don't have a lot of time to read whole books. Okay, so I read a lot of poetry, and it just speaks to me on a deeper level usually. And so, things that going on walks in nature, meditating, exercising, taking a nice bath, whatever it is, whatever that kind of, whatever it is for you, that gets you to that place where you are open and receptive, you'll see little indicators of that divine feminine energy. Okay. And it's kind of a contradiction to think, okay, well, I got to do these like external things to find this internal stuff, this substance that I need to find. Stuff of substance I need to find. But, some of us need that. I need it. I'm not good at just looking right into myself and always finding exactly what I need. Okay. I need to employ a few different things to get me into that place where I can be receptive to those messages and to that, and even to just feel that energy, to feel like I am in the presence and being held by that that motherly energy. Okay, so let me just look at this really quick. You might be able to hear my daughter down there. She's in the, she's on the floor. I'm a floor above her, and she's down there having fun with her dad right now. So you might hear some playing going on. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that this situation is going to come to be in the next couple weeks. I think that definitely it's going to be before we move into winter/summer, depending on in what hemisphere you're in. I see it's kind of it's going to be at the end of this cycle that we're in right now, but I really think that it's going to feel like it's going to feel so outrageous. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it's going to be exactly. I kind of get the feeling that somebody's going to make an accusation about you. Nothing that's going to be super lasting, like, you know, not like, you know, you hurt somebody or, you know, it's nothing like that. But I think it's going to be something, you know, something a little more frivolous. I think that it's going to be hurtful, though. I think that you're going to be very kind of hurt that this person would go there with you. And, but I'm getting in it, you know, I think it's going to pass really quickly. I don't think it's really going to affect any other relationships you have. But, you know, that really also just is kind of reliant on how you react to the situation. I think just make sure you don't engage in the back and forth of that kind of thing. And I think it will just be over pretty quickly. I think, as we saw, you're just going to get right back up. And, you know, I get the feeling that you aren't really the type of person to partake in that kind of cattiness and, you know, whatever, the social dramas that aren't, you know, don't have a lot of weight to them. So I think you're going to be fine. I think it's just, you know, it sucks, man. You know, I hate that. I hate when you spend time on getting to know somebody and then they just really show a different part of themselves that you know, it's one thing you can deal with if somebody has parts of themselves that you just, I don't know, they're just like not very tasteful or, you know, not very refined or whatever it is. That's fine. You know, we all have that stuff in us. But when somebody like really comes to attack you and comes for you just out of nowhere, like that's such a bad feeling. It's almost hard to trust people when you're going through something like that. But I think that, you know, you're gonna figure it out. And you know, Gemini, I think you've been through this before. I think we all have. So I think, you know, you're gonna get through it. And you know, I don't know. I wish I had a little bit of a happier message, but the good part is, and this is really the part that matters, is that, you know, you are a wonderful person. People know that. You know that. And so these little things, these little flare-ups in our lives, they're, you know, they help us get from one place to another. You probably won't even remember this, you know, in a couple of years from now. So I don't think it's going to be something super terrible, but it's going to feel like it when it happens, you know, and hopefully it'll just pass quickly. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for letting me read your leaves today. I am always so honored. And please like, subscribe, leave a message. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how it goes. Let me know, who is that fox in your life? Who's that deviant person that, not, well, untrustworthy person is what I should say. And let me know how you deal with it. I'd love to, get some more info. I always like to hear like how these messages resonate with people and how it plays out. So, okay, thanks so much and have a wonderful day.